3, 2, 1. You know, I never thought Drake Bell would come back into the good eye of the public, but I guess he found a way. He found a way.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the podcast.
We're peaking hard.
We're peaking hard, but we're keeping that one.
Yeah.
I'm proud of shit. That's peaking even harder. All right, what's up, guys? We're all right. Sound check right now, but
Boom.
we're gonna talk about Dan Schneider.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's welcome to the pod. It's some big news.
Big movie news.
Big movie news right here.
Big Nickelodeon news. Yeah. He made Good Burger. That's movie news.
It seems the entirety of Nickelodeon's live action department.
That's the thing. That's the thing that's pissing me off about it. Like, everybody's like, "Oh my God, Nickelodeon's logo was a foot." Like, dude, that was the animation studio. It's fucking stupid. Like, gosh, I don't know.
Did you see the one where they're trying to make one of the old Nickelodeon logos line up with Jeffrey Epstein's Island?
Yeah, fucking the Wild Thornberries visited there one episode. If you look back, that'd be sick if there was a Wild Thornberries.
That's
episode.
where it takes place.
Yeah.
Nigel's trying to sell his kids to Jeffrey Epstein.
Donnie's one of the kids.
Yeah, it's just his big trek to find the temple.
Donnie just can't talk because he's just verbally or just like so psychologically
so
abused.
Yeah.
Riff number 1, but that's fun. But yeah, people like
this. It's a docu-series, right? It's like got a couple of episodes.
Yeah, maybe I'll check that out. That's
what is it called? Quiet on Set. Dumb name. Dumb name for a documentary.
It gets the point across for TikTok crowds, dude. I like left a comment on like a TikTok like a year ago about like a Drake, like a blooper of iCarly where Drake Bell comes in and does something, and I just commented, being the lover of comedy I am, I said, "Oh, Freddie's mom is such a great improv actor. She stayed in the scene so well," and it's still getting likes to this day. That's my it's just like it's
you
funny.
Have a unique perspective on this as someone part of the Nickelodeon family.
Yeah, part of the cultural conversation. But it's just funny because like it like
you were on set, man, writing that tweet at Nickelodeon Live Action Studios, and
Dan Schneider approved this.
Brian Peck came up to you and gave you a massage.
Yeah, Dan Schneider and Brian Peck came up and rubbed my feet for me.
I mean, that is so fucked up, right? Just that, like, Nickelodeon.
Wait, is
was
Brian
just like
Peck Josh Peck related?
No.
Oh, that'd have been so perfect.
He was just gay Dan Schneider. He was just preying on men instead of women.
Dan Schneider
boys instead of girls.
Dan Schneider didn't get active with none of the boys.
No, he was all about.
He had some pretty boys.
Right.
Yeah, it was Amanda Bynes. It's like worst victim. Shout out to Amanda Bynes, but it was like
girl, if you're out there, we're sorry all that shit happened to you.
Come on the podcast.
Shout out.
Do a tell all.
We're maybe the least equipped people in the world to do like a bombshell. Dude, tell us the story.
This is the first open invite podcast. Anybody can be on.
Yeah, just you don't even have to. You could just lie to us and say you are Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, please get us something to talk about.
Just a non-union actress paid by Dan Schneider to try to lie.
We're getting into Ricky Stanicky territory.
Oh yeah, did you see that he did a fucking? I keep pushing you. I'm sorry.
Good.
He did like an interview with Tebow.
Yes, that's what sparked it. That's what
is Tebow like his last friend?
I think like I don't know. I wonder.
Is Tebow like his Ghislaine?
Yeah. I'll say 5 children. I'm gonna say the whole stick of children. $5. I don't know. Just has children on a stick.
I mean, but like how shitty of a. So it's like, oh my God, it's Tebow, my favorite minor character from iCarly. He wants me to come to Nickelodeon Studios to give Dan some help. Whoa, boy.
Dude, like honestly, like as a struggling actor, he's probably got it made much more than like other actors on his level, just being that one part.
You think he's like the enforcer?
He just like gets to be in Dan Schneider's Mafia, dude.
You think he kicked in Drake Bell's door? He's like, don't tell him what happened with you and Brian Peck.
Dude, I think he might have been the one. I think he was one of the security guards that killed Epstein, bro.
He's like
it's all tied together.
He's like that basketball player that ran drugs for Diddy, apparently.
Oh my god, that's Syracuse.
Do we have evidence of Puff Daddy commiserating with the Nickelodeon?
Yeah, dude, it's all connected, I guarantee. Yeah. And this bridge that fell down. No politics on the pod, but we're starting to connect the webs. We might have to transition to.
We're following the White Rabbit.
Yeah. What movies were we talking about? Fuck those movies.
There were kids on that bridge. Nickelodeon actors on that bridge.
Oh, dude, like what? Just like, like Jeanette McCurdy dies, Amanda Bynes dies. They were all just on that bridge at the same time. We're going off the rails, bro. Is there any other Dan Schneider takes? Just like I didn't even watch the full Tebow interview. I should have watched it, but it's just so funny. Like one thing that's kind of like annoying about the Dan Schneider thing is like people like watching like the old bloopers of like Spencer's like shutting down.
Oh yeah, everyone's been doing like
it's like there's nothing there.
Yeah, they're doing like these fucking like they're their own private eyes, just gathering evidence.
Oh, he
Jerry Trainer is a saint, man.
He was protecting them, and it's like it was just an weird autistic
and I'm like, why didn't he stab him to death? Then? You know, why didn't he break into his house late at night with a gun?
I guarantee it was just like a weird ass director that you had to be around that was filming you all day. I don't know. I could not imagine being like those videos. Just I guess like even in context, like were like it was just weird. A weird guy to hang around. I don't know.
That's our true opinion. He's just a weird guy, all right? And there's nothing wrong.
You know what? I'm on his side.
You're trying to get that Tebow money.
Yeah, no, dude. If I can get Tebow money, if I can be what's his name, Consigliere. But I don't know. I had more takes about that before. I feel like everybody's got beating that shit to death.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, I mean, the funny part is, like, no one's gonna get arrested.
Yeah.
Like, they just kind of get away with that.
Yeah. It's just girls' feet. No, cut it.
Jesus,
man. I don't even know where we're supposed to go with this. Like that's like the point he was making. He was just like he was being like this is just what kids found funny back then and shit like that.
It's like I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I was
you know, because I was a kid then. That was like
I still felt weird about it.
That was for our generation, right? And I think you were like. The feet was almost like non-detailed. It was like that was like the stuff that nobody remembered.
Yeah, it was like supposed to be like yeah. And like the weird thing about it, like they had like videos on their website.
Yeah.
Like that were just like exclusively like them doing like puppet shows on their feet and shit. It was like, dude, come on. Mm-hmm. It's just like poor things all over again. People are gonna hear how bitchy and moany my dogs are. But you want to talk about next year's best picture?
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about the greatest movie of our generation? You want to talk about motherfucking Ricky Stanicky, bro? It won me over. It won me over by the end.
I don't know how.
Not incredibly. Dude, you set my expectations so low, and like the beginning, I saw what you saw, like with the kid part. We're talking spoilers. Ricky Stanicky.
Yeah.
See it. You're gonna need to see this
Ricky
one.
Ricky Stanicky. It's directed by Peter Farrelly, written by literally like a billion people.
It's a committee movie.
Just and it stars Zac Efron, John Cena, Andrew Santino, and Jermaine Fowler. And the main idea is it's like a comedy. It's like trying to be this R-rated, fun little schemey comedy. And the scheme is that these three friends keep getting up to bullshit and trying to sneak away from like their partners and their day jobs to like have fun, do stupid shit, you know. And the way they do that is they've created this fake human, Ricky Stanicky.
His origins, dude. It was
to like kind of like be the excuse, like, oh, he's got cancer, or oh, that wasn't me that did the insurance fraud. It was Ricky Stanicky.
Yeah, we got to go to like Nambia or whatever to go do
and
a
then
charity event.
They get put in a position where they kind of have to prove he's real, or you know, this whole like 20-year long web of lies is gone. So they hire an actor who is John Cena to become Ricky Stanicky.
Dude.
And yeah, this movie sucked a lot.
Oh, bro, this movie hit all the turn your brain off points for me. Like all the
in the sense that you have to be a vegetable.
You have to just like to
kind of your brain has to be non-functioning in order to really take this in and like have positive stimulus, as in you would have any stimulus, and the coma nurses watching over you think you're making progress. Because there are lights flashing in your brain as you're watching this dumb movie.
I'm gonna convince you on this movie by the end. You're gonna give it at least an 8 out of 10.
And I don't even think you're gonna give this an 8 out of 10.
But the charm that I got from this movie. Here's the charming parts. The fact they were pretty ham-fisted with the like tie-ins that they did. Like they had like the white, like spoilers for the end. Like they had the Zac Efron's wife notice. She was a noticer.
Yeah.
She was the hashtag noticer, and she noticed. He said Nambia or whatever, and Ebola was like that was like the key point of the movie, and that it showed a little like there was a bunch of like little things like, and it like the charm that got me was like they did like this committee did actually like have tie-ins and shit like that. Like even though they were ham-fisted, I was like, oh, I see what they're. Like, hey, like I'm turning my brain off here, but like this is good stuff for baby brain moviegoers, in my opinion. And I like all the actors. I like John Cena. I like Zac Efron. I like William H. Macy.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you looking at me like I'm fucking dumb.
Let's just break down how uncommitted this entire movie is.
Uncommitted. Yeah.
John Cena is doing all the work, and it's arguably not that much compared to like, I don't know, how much you'd want it. You know, like because kind of his big comedic push is during the sorry, I don't got these thoughts. I was trying to talk about one thing first. Hold on, let me get to this first thing. Not just my problem with. So all of these characters are pretty poorly written. Anyone who's not Ricky Stanicky has like absolutely no consistent rules. Has no like so Andrew Santino's character, right? Uh-huh. He's supposed to be this like new agey vegan, like kind of a hippie. You know, they're like making fun of him. And he's like, oh, is you know, do you have like a gluten-free vodka or whatever? And then they just like never mention it again after the 30-minute mark, and he's just a normal guy for the rest of the movie who's kind of an asshole.
I mean, like
that's his whole role.
Him and Zac Efron are like plotting against like they're like I do like they're like a like I feel like it's not like all like one-dimensional flat relationships. I feel like it's pretty interesting that the third black dude friend like isn't like a corporate shill like those two guys, and these guys are like falling into like the corporate shit. Like it's I don't know, like they put some thought into it. I feel like it's not paint by numbers, as I like to say. I feel like, would you describe it that way?
I don't even know if it's paint by. I just think, you know, they were just like, fuck, Amazon is giving us $200 million to make a comedy movie. Here, like I don't know. It just feels like it was put in like maybe. This idea's existed for like 12 years and it's been in development hell or something, man. I don't know. It just feels so stretched out of like what it maybe wants to be or what it's trying to be.
But I feel like the way like for what they did with like I do agree that it was like it's like a very like anybody could think of it concept, but like the way they stretched it out, kind of fun. Like the Moyle the Roastmaster General.
Stupidest
being
thing
the
I've
Come
ever seen in my
on!
life. Why does he grab the peanut with his why is he there? How did he get there? Why? Like why? Why?
Wait, he's like the whenever he takes the
Yeah. So there's a bit where they're like this guy they don't like arrives at the part at like this.
Yeah.
So they're at this bris,
Yeah.
and this guy they don't like arrives at the bris, and they're like, "Fuck, how do we get rid of him?" And they're like, "Oh, what if we give him ketamine?"
Mm-hmm.
And so their sick scheme for tricking him into taking ketamine
that was stupid, but
is he walks out of the bathroom and the three of them are throwing peanuts into each other's mouths. And he's like, "Oh my god, I want to do this."
It's like a Family Guy episode,
Yeah.
bro. It's a Family Guy episode of a movie.
And
That's
they're
why I
like,
love
"Yeah,
it.
all right." So they throw a few, he catches them, and then they grab the little ketamine pill, and it's like so genius. They're gonna throw it in his mouth. He's gonna eat
Not
it
notice.
like a nut and not notice, and it's gonna be so sick, dude. And so they do that. He's about to catch it, and then just unprompted, the Moyle, who's played by Jeff Ross,
They already
just
established
kind
Jeff
of
Ross.
leaps in and grabs it.
He's already said.
But they for no reason, like
He's
he was there all of a sudden, and then he's like, "All right, I'm part of this now." And he takes the ketamine.
I think that I do love this movie because it's like Family Guy because
It's low effort and exhausted.
Oh my god, you and Devin are gonna have we should have Devin on for
This
you
movie
guys.
this movie was made 25 years too late.
I'm a Family Guy truther, dude. This shit, I'm a Family Guy and Ricky Stanicky truther. You know what? I'm raising my rate. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna give my rating out now, but I love the Moyle, the just the party boy Moyle. I'm not even a big Jeff Ross guy. Not even huge into him, but I don't know. I was just in a good mood watching it, I guess. It sold me for some reason. The animated sequence at the beginning was fucking horrible. I hated watching.
Yeah, that was what that was evil.
I thought it was gonna be like all that, but then it kind of won me over more and more and more. I don't know how to describe it. John Cena's charm got me. The Owen Wilson impression was pretty funny.
Nothing really happens. Like, everything that was going to happen just happens anyways.
Yeah, and they have like
everything is redeemed. Like, these guys are all terrible people, right? Because they just like the idea is that like they're these nice fellas, like they're working, they've got partners, you know, they're married, they're having families and shit. They're professionals. And that they're just like using this fake human who they've like given cancer and gone away from all this stuff, and it gets to a point where in the beginning of the movie they're away, they get away from one of the guys' baby showers, and she ends up going into labor and giving birth while they're in Atlantic City to watch Mark Rebier.
Yeah.
The whole Mark Rebier sequence was so clearly they were like, fuck, let's just shoot a concert somewhere. It's lazy. It's also, this movie looks terrible. It looks so generic.
Yeah.
And it's not, there's no visual comedy going on at all. It's all just like this lazy dialogue. Listen, okay, and the editing is shit. There's so much that drags me away from this. All right, there's a moment when they're all in the airport. Mm-hmm. The three friends and the actor who's about to play Ricky Stanicky, and he's they're kind of grilling him because he's got the shakes from alcohol withdrawals because he's trying to play his character sober, right? And during this, they kind of give most of the lines to Andrew Santino and Zac Efron's character.
Yeah.
But Jermaine Fowler is also there.
Yeah.
And they cut.
We got a TikTok comment about that.
So yeah. So they show Jermaine in one shot with everyone else, and then it cuts to Santino, Efron talking to Cena, and then it does a wide, and Jermaine Fowler is gone. He has just disappeared. Just
they need it for the trailer, dude.
Like, it's just, dude. Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Not big name.
Yeah.
I don't know. How did you feel about or I guess how did I also feel about the gay representation? I thought it was pretty funny.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty normal.
I feel like it was pretty fun that
it
wasn't like a huge plot point. He was just a dude. But, I don't know. Yeah, did you like his character overall? Like I found him pretty corny at times, but
Yeah, I mean
liked
his character's alright. I just he wasn't stoner enough. He wasn't slacker enough. Like his house looked nice. His boyfriend he dressed up. You know, like it's just nobody commits.
I feel like
it's not even necessarily like the actors aren't committed. It's just like the characters are not committed human beings to anything they have until like it's brought up in the movie very briefly, just like a shiny, shitty, slime-covered version of a human trait, and then they put it back in the box and continue about their day.
I feel like Zac Efron and like Andrew Santino's character. Kane, sorry.
Audio listeners. Well, actually, everyone's on.
Everyone.
There's no video.
All of our listeners.
To the listeners at home, Adrian is torturing his dog
by leaving him outside for a little bit.
He's hanging him over a vat of boiling water.
But one thing, what motivations of the characters did you not like? Because I feel like they would have just hired this guy to get out of this quirky jam, but then once they got rid of him, they felt he did have the gift of gab, and
Ricky is the only real character in this. That's the problem, is that John Cena does fine.
Yeah.
I didn't find any of the jokes really funny.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really laughing, but he wasn't he was selling, you know, he was doing good. Yeah, Ricky, the character of Ricky Stanicky is the only person who has understandable goals, sees things, changes realistically. There's this whole thing where they do this revealed that Zac Efron, who's kind of the main guy of the friend group, right? He's kind of supposed to be the protagonist.
Yeah.
And they really kind of give him the only pushback, really. With his wife, right, or girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other two guys, it doesn't reach a point where their partners seem to be wanting to leave. That happens to Zac Efron, even though all three of them are doing arguably the exact same thing.
They find time for all three of them in certain ways, though. I don't know. They they're not gonna all explore them. I don't know. I feel for what this, I'm kind of just putting training wheels on this movie, but for a stupid little wannabe blockbuster, I don't know how much they made, but
it was on Amazon Prime, so probably not.
I mean, yeah, it was with the hour and a half, hour 45-minute runtime they're supposed to get being able to include I know that the black dude's boyfriend, their girlfriend and wife are fucking I know they're all they have different motivations. I've seen all the I know I remember lines from or remember sequences from all these characters. They stuck in my mind. Memorability is what got me about this movie. There were a bunch of scenes that I like to recall in my head. Was it memorable for you? Did it stick in you?
Not really. Just the stuff that kind of pissed me off.
Did you watched it way longer than me though? I watched it yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah, I watched it a week ago.
Yeah.
But
I need to give it some time. Maybe I'll
and then that's all of it just feels weird. Especially at the end, the third act, where they're at the banquet thing to do the merger, and they're also airing the local news story at the same time, and they're all supposed to watch it. I know they give a reason, but it's that's just so. I don't know. It's just
business world, bro. They were using
connecting.
John Cena.
It's almost like you're connecting it all maybe you don't have to.
I did like John Cena's communist values. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you're one of the bloodsuckers that shoots. It's just a super righteous person,
right?
Confronting William H. Macy and earning his respect by telling him how shitty he is. I love it.
Yeah,
he's
this movie is not outrageous enough. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy really happens. Because everything goes off without a hitch. The baby successfully is circumcised.
Like what's a
Nobody gets hurt. You know what I mean?
what's a like properly outrageous movie? Like a Harold and Kumar, like a Airplane,
Like, there's a
like a scary movie.
I mean, yeah, all those movies, they're like, you know, they lose like vehicles, lives. You know, there's stakes that things actually move around. You know, there is harm and foul. Good comedies are about people getting consequences, pretty much. Even if there are no action, or even if their actions are not like deserving or whatever. Like Christmas Vacation is a great Christmas comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's just the character of Clark Griswold getting shit on.
Yeah, I guess.
Even though he's trying so hard to do a good Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's because of all the physical loss he experiences that like you really like feel the comedy. And it just doesn't like this movie. It's like it's shot like a fucking candy commercial.
Yeah.
You know, it's just all bright and everything is very visible. You know, it's like this. It's playful with a subject matter that is like, you know, it should be edgier. I guess, you know, it's just. I don't know. I just I don't buy into it. I don't buy in at all.
It tickled my fancy. I was in a happy-go-lucky mood.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. You don't know movies. But you want to do ratings? I guess that's a good enough talk on that.
Yeah. I gave it like a 1 star out of 5. I think.
What?
Maybe a half star even.
I'm going 6 out of 10, bro. Give it a positive rating. All right, let's talk about Sexy Beast. Sexy Beast.
Sexy Beast.
Directed by Oop the Raw, Free Palestine, Jonathan Glazer. It's
starring Ray Winston,
from
Ben Kingsley, Ian McShane, Amanda Redman.
Yeah, the kid. The kid? I got some questions. I got some questions about the kid. What was he doing there?
He's just a pool boy.
He's just a pool boy?
Yeah.
He's a 13-year-old pool, or probably younger, 11, 12-year-old
What do you think
pool boy.
What do you think the word boy operates? What do you think is the function of the word boy in pool
Get him
boy?
some longer shorts, that's all I'm saying. Why has he gotta be clean? But goddamn, dude, this movie was fucking fun, dude.
This movie is so good.
This is like one of the best go in blind movies ever.
Yeah,
like,
this is the first movie
what the fuck is happening?
I felt like I had to watch twice.
Or yeah,
because the first time I felt like I missed a lot of the visual language just because I was like getting into like the dialogue and stuff.
I might have to rewatch it twice because the fucking British sound it's so hard to understand.
Yeah, I mean I had to have subtitles on.
Yeah,
I felt like I was like listening to a foreign language at certain points.
Yeah,
but that's just because it's a British movie, you know.
Dude, Jonathan Glazer. I don't know if. I guess he's the one.
I mean, he's just like a sick-ass director.
Yeah.
I've only seen 2 of his movies. I mean, he's fucking impeccable.
Yeah, dude. That, like, I had heard about the shit before. I didn't know. Like, it's... I don't even know what to say about it. I'm trying to find things to say about it because we need to say things about it. But, like, I wouldn't...
The basic idea of the movie is Ray Winstone Winston, I guess, is the proper pronunciation. Mm-hmm. He plays this kind of retired... like professional thief. You know, he would do heists in London and shit, banks, robberies, all that sort of stuff. But, you know, now he's retired in the Spanish coast with his wife and some friends.
And a young boy.
But then one of the kind of bosses from his old life comes back in and tries to put him on a job. And it's just that conflict kind of throughout the movie. And man, this is really sick. Like it's very visually evocative. It's trying to like show you stuff. It's trying to kind of build things. Yeah, Ben Kingsley received an Oscar for this.
Yeah, he definitely deserves it, dude. It's like insane.
Yeah, for best supporting. Yeah, Ben Kingsley plays an incredibly captivating character. This like I don't even want to say psychopathic because he has like a great deal of emotion, you know,
and like a vulnerability too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
He's just this very brutal, unforgiving figure who's got a lot of bitterness.
Yeah.
You know, he's very jealous,
Yeah.
very envious.
Yeah.
And he kind of lets that come out in this very emotion, like a lot of emotional intensity. He's always controlling the room, and you don't know when he's going to explode or attack you or something.
Yeah. The thing that like won me over initially about like his characters, like they like initially introduced him, he was like bossing around that one dude that was hanging out with him that was married to the woman that he loved or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like saying like he was just like bossing him around and shit like that, and then like a few moments later he's like it just makes him he's like relaying the messages of his boss, like making it seem like I'm not shit in this operation, like we need like I really need you to come with me, and like makes him kind of seem like a bitch. But then like later in the stories like shows like, oh, he's actually a force to be reckoned with. And I love like how the script like plays with those like how much those characters weight.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really speaks to the first like 20 or so minutes of the movie, 15, 20 minutes of the movie, where they all kind of just spend without any tension, without any like knowledge of anything at play here. It's just like they're hanging out in Spain, they're living the good life, and you're kind of like holding on. You're like, well, all right, when's this?
Like, we're watching a movie right now.
when's this hitting a direction? And it happens very suddenly and very feels almost kind of subtle at first. Where they
was it a dinner?
Yeah, they come to this dinner, and Ray Winston's character and his wife meet up with these other two that they're like best friends with. This other couple, and they're like perturbed, and they're like, oh, just whatever, leave it out. They think it's like a domestic or something, I guess.
Yeah.
But then they're like, we got a call from Don Logan, and just the mention of that name, you can like feel in all the actors' faces that it just like sucked all of the goodness out of the room. It like as everyone kind of reacts and like twitches, kind of nervously darting their eyes around. People are like especially Ray Winston's character, because it's like he's like he almost doesn't want to believe it at first.
Yeah.
And he kind of starts to like kind of enter this little bit of denial where he's like, all right, I just want to have my nice dinner.
Yeah. He's like kind of like in that mood the entire movie. He's like kind of just like talks his way, like even like against like rock hard circumstances. He talks his way out. What were you saying? Yeah.
It sets up a just the dread of like Ben Kingsley's character. Yeah. Because everyone's just so put away by him. Them just mentioning his name, everyone's like done. They don't want to be here anymore, And it's a very powerful scene, and it's like it's done in a way. It's like a setup for a character you really don't see very often, because like a weaker movie would just have like Don Logan beat the shit out of a clerk outside of a gas station on his way.
Like, dun, dun.
Which sounds like a judgment on No Country for Old Men. It's not. No Country for Old Men is an amazing
Country
movie.
for Old Men, worst Coen Brothers movie.
Doing a different thing though. But with Sexy Beast, they like know that like a good way to make him feel scary is to have everyone who knows him just kind of be like, oh fuck, what are we doing here? Yeah. And
that's what like made me like love the way he kind of like was really humanized later in the story. Like he definitely deserves Best Supporting Actor because he showed like such a wide range of emotions. Like whenever the main guy, Gal, like said no to him about it, was just like like his facade kind of cracked, but like in a way that he was like also able to like roll with it. It was like such like an interesting like from an acting perspective, like how the hell do you convey that with saying absolutely nothing? Right. It's like you deserve like that's. I didn't realize Ben Kingsley's game. Yeah. I had seen some of his good shit before, but God damn.
So yeah, when this movie is like trying to be like there's like modes where like it's like very heisty, and modes where it's like not very heisty, where it's like more, I don't know, pensive. Try to get you to pay attention to stuff. but when it does get heisty, it's like very like it's like quick cuts, it's creative camera work, it's like stuff that's like really trying to get your brain moving, you know.
Yeah.
They have a whole sequence where Ben Kingsley's character Don Logan is like explaining the heist, and it's like doing it in a very creative way where they have, you know, the monologues of the three other, you know, partners in this kind of heist, kind of explaining their bit, you know, as it's kind of moving about. But when it's like trying to be more pensive and the shooting, the camera work is a lot more subtle.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed this. It took me my second watch to find, but you kind of notice that Ben Kingsley's character, there's a on shots where he's like standing still or something.
Yeah.
There's always some kind of symmetrical pattern behind him.
Yeah.
Like the two arches of the door in the house, or like two windows or something. Yeah. And it kind of makes me realize that it's evoking to this thing in the very beginning of the movie, where Ray Winston is he's sitting outside getting this tan in the sun, and then he kind of inspects his pool, and a boulder comes down and just misses him, lands in the pool on top of these two hearts in the middle of the pool that kind of look like they're now this like little symmetrical figure where this rock is kind of nestled in, where it's like kind of trying to show that like there's a relation here. There's a symbolic relation between Don Logan and the boulder as like these kind of random, terrifying, but very, very close brushes with like death, and you know, kind of like gets in the way, right? Because then what does the boulder does? It ruins his pool. It ruins his fun. What's Don Logan doing? He's trying to put him back in London doing heists instead of living the retired life with his loved ones.
What do you make of this shit? Like, while I was watching it, was like, this is like up there with like some of the best like crime, like organized crime movies I've ever seen. Like fucking like Goodfellas, fucking whatever you want to throw out, like organized crime wise, like a retired mobster guy basically. And this like with the, what do you make of like the devil scenes? Because those seem like
there's these sequences
because
where
like at the
Ray Winston is either dreaming or he's like hallucinating this like fucked up like evil rabbit man who's like coming to kill him. And you know, I just think it's like trying to show like this is like a nightmare to him. Yeah. You know, this is like the worst case scenario. He's literally being haunted by what's approaching him. Because like in the first sequence where it happens, he's having dinner in the middle of the Spanish Plain. Yeah. Which is where he was hunting rabbits with his buddy H and the pool boy.
Oh, that's what.
And then the demented rabbit kind of comes up to him with the gun. Yeah. And it's kind of show like, you know, Don Logan's kind of like this, kind of like a bullet from the pain of the being a British criminal, right?
But what do you make of the rabbit or devil or whatever? I saw it as a devil figure, like breaking the casket and like
at the end
smoking the cigarette.
Yeah.
What do you make of that? I was like, he's accepting of being in hell because he's a demon, or like what's the?
I mean, I think once you're dead, you know, that's the final. I think what this movie is really about is this kind of kind of being carried away in like work or a career, or you know, this kind of brutal, high-earning criminal life, right? And doing what you actually want to do, which is like being surrounded by loved ones, having fun, doing good things with each other, right?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
right. Because Don Logan, he seems incredibly jealous the entire time. He's jealous of H because he's married to the woman he had sex with, right? And he's and you can see it when he disrespects H completely.
Yeah, he's like he's like brats out. He just turns to like a complete.
He just treats him like baby. Shit way more compared to everyone else that in the Spanish villa. Yeah, and he's jealous of Ray Winstone's character, because he got out.
Yeah.
Right? There's this scene where they're kind of arguing. Don's just trying to force him to say yes. He's not taking no for an answer at all. And Ray, he just kind of exasperatedly explains, like, I'm happy here. And Don Logan says, I can't let you be happy. Why should you?
Yeah.
He's like, why should you get away from all of this when I'm still stuck here doing the career, right?
You're just as dirty as me.
Yeah,
kind of
this
thing.
this is us. This is our thing.
Yeah, I guess that kind of explains like the cigarette, like he's gonna be here soon. Like we're all gonna be here. This is just where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, and so when he dies, and remember, he gets buried under the pool.
Oh, is that what the implication is? Because like it went straight like down to him, like in the coffin, with the devil or rabbit or whatever. Is that okay? Yeah. Oh, because like when they renovated it.
Yeah, when they tiled it over. Yeah. And so like it's like so the problem of the pool and the problem of Don Logan are solved at the same time. You know, it all comes together. But that last scene where it's the
do you oh yeah, let's talk about the last scene. Go ahead.
Where he kind of kicks in the coffin and he's smoking. That's like him like finally at rest. You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right. It's kind of a thing that happens with Adam Sandler's character in Uncut Gems.
Yeah, it's like
it's kind of the same concept where he's like, the only time you can because you can't appreciate what's around you.
Yeah.
Or create the conditions to have things to appreciate. Your only moment of real respite and the only time you can actually have a positive outcome is when you die and you don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah. You don't have to be this.
They're kind of linked in that sense. I kind of caught that.
Yeah. I just want to I just want to talk about the fucking sick ass dude. That dude was such a badass.
Oh, Ian McShane.
Yeah. Like, oh my god. Yeah. He was getting butt fucked earlier.
He was honestly a way.
So awesome.
He was a way scarier presence than Don because he was like
He was the boss.
He was who Don wanted to be.
Yes.
Don was presenting as he was like non-caring, cold professional, hyper-violent.
Yeah.
But really he was just this bitter, envious, sad, lonely man.
Yeah, I guess he was caught between
what keeps
two
happening, right? Well, everyone's so scared of him in the Spanish Villa that they keep leaving him. Even when they're all in a room together, they all slowly leave the room to talk to each other about it.
Yeah.
He just can't stop putting himself in these lonely positions.
Yeah.
And it hurts him. Whereas Ian McShane seems to dominate from that position. He loves making himself lonely again.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's like
he doesn't mind it. He is the cold, calculated machine.
There are like I just liked your point of the like being like the like Ben, what's his name? Ben Kingsley. Ben Kingsley's character, like being stuck between two worlds of like these are the riches over here of having like a nice family and not having to like worry about the shit and just being retired and like which he can't do, and then like being the boss, which he can't do because his boss is like younger than him probably and more like more successful. It's like,
and like actually
actually
can
be the guy,
take the emotions away and just be this evil motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like stuck between it. He's like such a He's honestly best character. He deserves
Don Logan's a very interesting, complicated character
for sure.
And like even in the airplane scene where he's smoking on the plane, like he's just being a complete toddler. He's like he just makes up a complete lie to get out of it. He's just fucking. And, it is impressive because it's like, oh, shit, he did that. He got away. But it also shows that it's like he's just being a baby. He's like a professional expert baby.
Expert at, like, getting out of consequences and just, like, getting to where he wants to be, but not exactly where he thinks he needs to be.
Mm-hmm. He refused to take no for an answer. He wanted like, Ray Winston's character, to be, like, subordinate to him as he's, like, kind of subordinate to would have been subordinate.
Yeah, because he wasn't able to take no for an answer like to his boss. He was like, what the fuck am I gonna do now?
But that's the thing. That's like Ian McShane isn't like I have to hold these. He doesn't care.
Yeah,
he's like I'll get another one.
Yeah.
You know, I'll get another guy to bottom for.
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny. That they
was-
just cut to him clearly getting fucked in his ass.
It was so well shot. Too. You see the water whipping off his hair.
Yeah, he's like drenched in sweat. It's flying out of his hair.
It was like, damn, that's a
Yeah.
smash.
Makes me wonder, like, do you think the other guy refused to shoot the scene? That's why they only shot it from Ian McShane's perspective.
Could like, don't even get a body double for me. I don't even want a body double.
Not
Don't
me.
do it.
I'm not a fucking. what is it, like a poof? That's like the British version of a.
You're about to say the word, bro. Don't say that. You get YouTube demonetized. We need that money.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you?
Oh yeah, there's another. I'm sorry, I keep gushing.
Go ahead, bro. Gush away.
There's another angle in the treatment of women in this.
The women. There were women.
Like so there's a stark contrast. So in the plot, the character of Gal eventually does do the job. He goes to London to do the job. Kind of because he puts himself in a position where he has to. But so the Spain scenes are these very open, very brightly shot, you know. There's a lot of light, you know.
Yeah.
It's very colorful, you know, there's greens and blues and you know, the women are wearing dresses that are colorful.
Yeah.
And there are women in the Spain scenes. Like the H and Gal, they have wives that they like respect quite a bit. You know, they're talking shit to each other. They're having fun.
Yeah.
You know, like they kind of see each other as equals and they love each other for them and not for, you know, and it's like kind of contentious because like Gal's wife Dee Dee was a former porn star and you know Don Logan brings that up as like a bad thing.
Dude, it is like last words, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck so many, man.
And the other guy, H's wife, he had sex with her previously, and he just looks down on H. But you know, Don Logan, he's like very judgmental of these women, even though he like clearly desires them.
Yeah.
So it's like you know, H and Gal are these like good characters who care about the women in their life and are like respectful towards them.
Yeah.
And then you go to London, and it's all men.
Yeah.
Like they don't even mention it, you know. It's just all dudes.
Yeah.
And they have ugly, fucked up teeth.
Yeah.
Like Ray Winston's character has nice, clean teeth. You don't even notice them really.
Yeah.
But they make sure, like they have this scene where they go around the table of all the other career criminals he's doing the heist with in London, and they have these big yellow.
Wait, is that like the
British teeth?
Is that like the dinner scene?
Yeah,
like,
dude,
that's like one of my that's my favorite. Like this like that's why I looked up the Oscar thing because like this movie should have won an Oscar for I don't know if they had the editing Oscar in 2000.
I'm sure they did.
But like that would have been like this movie was like so like the slow scenes were so in that scene in particular like the camera like whipping around and like it really reminded like Jonathan Glazer like I don't know if he takes his influence from it because he seems like that scene reminded me a lot of like Hong Kong cinema. That was like it really looked like a cool like restaurant scene from a Hong Kong movie. Like that I just I don't know I wrote that down because that stood out to me. But what were you saying about that?
Yeah, the London scenes, they're just very constrictive. You know, it's like a close urban environment. It's all like kind of like darker. The weather shit. It's raining all the time. If it's not nighttime, it's raining and it's gray. It's overcast. Yeah. You know, it's all close quarters. It's very ugly compared to the Spain scenes. And in Britain, like it's just all dudes broing it up. You know.
Yeah, and they're like trying to drag him back there.
Yeah.
Like trying to drag him back like away from like this.
Yeah.
Is this movie pro-family?
And it's to show that, like, he's kind of, like, you know, he's separate from them. You know, he is different.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get back to his good life with his wife, you know, and...
He's not like y'all niggas.
I think it's also funny when he does go to Britain. He's like does his hair different, so he kind of looks like Donald Trump.
That's what I was saying. But in 2000, I mean, I guess Donald Trump had the haircut back then.
I mean, maybe that's what they were going for.
Maybe,
was like, trying to make him look like this
was
like schlubby businessman, Because
so awesome.
Trump in 2000, he was like, he didn't even have The Apprentice, so he was just like this, like real estate billionaire that nobody cared about.
It was just like so like golden, like Trump, like being in a like after 2016 like years, like we know that haircut, but goddamn, like seeing like, even the backside of it, I was like, oh, it's Trump right there.
Yeah, I mean, Trump's had that haircut since he was like 17 years old or something like that,
Branding. That's a businessman right there.
Yeah.
No politics.
But yeah, I mean, I think this is just a spectacular movie.
I can't really pick it apart at all.
Not even.
I want to be a hater.
Yeah.
You know what? 7. I'll give it a 10, bro. God damn it. That one deserves a 10 just because of how like Sexy Beast. I thought it was gonna be like a mostly a comedy. At least. Yeah. It's like Sexy Beast.
And there are scenes that are funny.
Yeah, there's like plenty of like humor in it.
Yeah. But it's just mostly just like
it's like so dramatic.
Yeah.
It's like God damn, what the hell?
And it's really brutal.
Yeah.
And it's because they're very sparing, right?
Yeah.
Whenever like anyone gets punched, it like hurts a lot,
Yeah.
It's like they only get hit once and they're already like down.
Yeah,
and,
like
in
the like bed scene whenever the boss or Don whenever came in and punched him, he was like down for a long time.
Yeah, whenever someone gets shot, they're fully like incapacitated.
Yeah,
it's
they're
like a bloody scene.
Screaming for help. Like, Ben Kingsley. Like,
that was this shot.
That's an editing Oscar right there too. Just like him, like them, like cutting in, like help, like him, like them. What was happening? Like, they were in London. They were doing the heist, and like, right whenever he like got shot, like, the dude at the end of I guess he knew that the main guy did it. There was like a shot where like I wish I knew names, like the main bad guy that
Ian
McShane, like after Ben Kingsley gets shot, they like cut right to him like turning and looking like over to like where it seems the main character is, just the way just by what it looks like. He just like looks out towards the camera, and like I thought he was like gonna come and kill him then. Maybe that was just like saying he knew. But this movie's like very, very intentional with the editing.
But there's this shot after Ben Kingsley's been shot twice and like beat up. It's like they have this shot where it's his bloody fucked up face, but they have someone's shadow over all of the facial features.
So scary.
His mouth, his nose, his eyes. So you can really only see like
so glad you brought that
little
up.
shines of eyes and blood, and it just looks so much worse.
It's so horrifying,
and it makes you like really hate it. And it's just like it is a deeply unsettling scene.
I think the thing might be
it was giving me like Twin Peaks vibes. You ever seen Twin Peaks?
Come on. Don't get me canceled on the podcast for not liking David Lynch.
But you haven't seen Twin Peaks.
No, I haven't seen Twin
Peaks. So, you've seen one David Lynch movie.
Which one?
Dune, right?
I haven't even seen that.
Which David Lynch movie did you watch?
None.
None? How do you hate when you have
I just don't like his opinions on being able to watch movies on your phone, because I watch most movies. He's just a boomer dickhead sometimes about like, oh, you have to watch it in the exact way that, like, if your movie's good, it'll grab me the other way. I don't know. You're looking at me like
I think I mean, watching a movie in the theater is like the ideal format no matter what. It literally is just better. You can't say the iPhone is in any way like it's fine.
You're so ableist, bro. What if I can't get out of that?
No, I'm not saying you're lesser. No. I'm just saying it is better.
Yeah.
Like, you can't deny that,
But like, to criticize people, like here's like a reason that like Christopher Nolan's like one of my annoying directors is because he advocated for Tenet to be put in theaters whenever he could have like very easily like just put it on VOD during COVID.
Yeah, because it's
But put it on vote because it's COVID. Everybody took COVID back then seriously. I was like, I'm not a
the
big
theaters
COVID.
had
Like,
their COVID policies. You know, they're like
back then it was like everything was shut down for a while. It was a money grab in my opinion.
What? No one was gonna go to the theater to watch it because of the pandemic. It was a money sink. He did it because he was like, you have to watch it, and because he made it for specifically that purpose.
Oh no, you're right. Know? Not a money grab, just like what's it called?
I'm sure the studios were like, hey, we're gonna put this on Max. We're gonna put this on HBO Max, not in theaters. And you probably had to fight for it.
But if you're like a kid born 5 years from now, and you want to watch Tenet in 17 years, you're like not gonna be able to watch it in theaters. Like
watch it on your TV.
I mean, it was like that. Like it's like he wanted it in theater. Like you could have watched it on VOD during COVID. Like make a movie that's like good enough to watch. Like regardless of like, oh, this sound system is blowing me away. Oh, this IMAX is so cool. I saw it in IMAX. It's so cool.
The idea isn't like it has to be this way, right? Because that's not true, right? Because let's say it this way: all paintings are best viewed in person, correct?
Sure.
Right, because you can see the texture, you can move your perspective around. You're seeing what the artist was seeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the ideal, right? But paintings are in one place at a time, and there are billions of people in the world. Even when there were only like 1 billion people in the world, that was the problem, right? So they have pictures, they have prints, you know. Mm-hmm. They don't have all the dings and whistles.
Yeah.
But they have the main idea, right? They got the shit. You can see it. You can't like visualize the depth or whatever, but that's fine. You got all the colors, and it's commensurate. You know, you can have the proper opinions. They're not saying like this is the only way. They're saying like if you're going out of your way to not do it, you're missing like if you get the opportunity to, right? If it's a fresh release, you know, like that's the ideal. They made it for the theater. Presenting it on a TV is fine because, like, you know, unfortunately you can't have all theaters playing every movie, you know. But if it's out in the theaters, you should like be like, oh my gosh, like if you're interested in movies, if you're like I'm trying to be about movies. Almost every movie was made for the theater experience, and if you have the opportunity, you should take it. Because that's where like you are most likely to find purchase.
I don't know. I feel I'm just on
There's
the
nothing
side
wrong
like,
with saying that there's an ideal way to watch.
Cinemark and AMC would very much agree with you. Is all I'm saying. It's just
You know who agrees with you?
Cinemark and AMC.
Netflix. David Zaslav. Fucking.
You know who agrees with me? Internet pirates that try to keep content free. I don't know. I guess not free in terms of not.
You know, internet pirates rip film reels. They take 35 millimeter. Most pirates do. Most torrents are in like high quality theater resolution.
I mean, it's like I like.
They're theater heads.
I mean, I would have to like be able to afford a thing like that. Accessibility is nice. Is my entire. I don't know. I'm just lazy. I'm just a lazy fuck. Mm-hmm. That's my entire thesis. I don't know. Did you pay for?
I pay $18 a month to watch movies for free in the theaters.
All the gas you drive to. Come on. What's your local? How far is your local theater?
It's not far.
Okay.
It's like a 10-minute drive.
I don't know. We're at odds this podcast, bro. This guy hates me now.
Yeah.
This is the last podcast ever.
Can you imagine you hate someone over their film opinions?
Dude. Our comments? No. Do you have any letterbox? Do you want to do letterbox?
I didn't find any good ones. Unstopped.
All right, we're back. I have a recommendation. Do you want to watch another British movie? Do you want to watch Naked by Mike Leigh? It's very slow and very boring.
We can watch Naked.
I don't know. Do you want to figure out a fun movie?
There's a couple movies out right now we can watch. There's the Sydney Sweeney horror movie.
Immaculate. Yeah.
Yeah, there's also the Kristen Stewart lesbian movie, Love Lies Bleeding.
That might be a fun conversation.
And there's also the Jake Gyllenhaal Roadhouse remake.
Oh yeah, my dad watched that. You guest star him.
So yeah, just out of those, what sounds most appealing to you?
Let the audience pick.
I don't.
Let's do the Roadhouse one.
All right, Roadhouse and Naked.
I'll do my Peter Griffin Roadhouse for the intro next week.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. But love you guys.
Thank you.